and welcome back to part 3 of the Book One Cozies Club chapter by chapter for Poison Pen, the first book in the Forensic Handwriting Mystery series by Sheila Lowe. I'm Di, and this is my audio-only reading vlog for this book. Today I will be reading chapters 13 through 18 and sharing my thoughts with you along the way. Due to the nature of this reading vlog, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't read these chapters yet, I suggest that you not listen to this recording until you have. If you would prefer to hear my general thoughts on this book in its entirety, keep an eye out for my Book One Cozies Club Series First Impressions video, which will be posted sometime after the reading vlogs for this book have commenced. So how is everybody doing this evening? I am doing okay. My vacation is winding down, so I will have to go back to work in the next couple days. Today was actually my second to the last day of vacation, so tomorrow will be my last day. My sleep schedule is kind of out of whack, so I need to try to get it back to where it was a couple weeks ago, because I did have 2 weeks of vacation off, but I have been enjoying de-stressing and just watching the Olympics and working on my knitting projects. And yeah, so the Olympics is also winding down, which is sad, but I'm very happy that there is going to be another one in like 6 months or so. So I think I'm going to make it a tradition to take vacation during the Olympics from now on, because even with watching our recordings like all day long, we couldn't catch up on most days. Like there was one day where we had gone out, and because we weren't watching our recordings, it all backed up, and so we're still not caught up. We're about half a day behind, I think. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that the Olympics are wrapping up, but I've really enjoyed watching. I'm not really a sports watcher year-round. I really only watch sports during the Olympics. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, there's something about the Olympics that I really engage with and I really enjoy watching, but I just don't keep up with it year-round. And I've, learned quite a bit about different sports, like the equestrian stuff that they had. I normally miss out on the equestrian stuff because I'm working when they show that, but because I was off and we were able to record everything, I was able to watch that competition, and it was so interesting. And so yeah, I really enjoyed taking vacation time during the Olympics, and I think I'll be doing that from here on out. But anyway, let's get into the book. I am curious to see what more we find out in these next chapters, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm looking forward to getting more information about this mystery, so I'm just going to dive into chapter 13 right now, and I'll be back with you in a bit. So I just finished chapter 18. Nothing really much to talk about on this section. No real solid evidence has come up. The whole thing that happened with Ivan was very unfortunate. We're getting a lot of backstory on Lindsay and Claudia's and Kelly's and Lindsay's relationship way back when. I find that we're getting a lot of that throughout this book, and I'm not sure how relevant it is, I guess. I mean, obviously Lindsay was a piece of work, always had been, so her list of the list of suspects is rather long, but do we need to know exactly why or what she did to Claudia and Kelly in the past. Not quite sure about that. I don't know. The investigation is interesting. We're meeting lots of unsavory characters. The subject matter is rather gritty. Probably too much so for someone who mainly reads cozies for like clean mysteries. This definitely is not one of those. To me, this probably isn't even a cozy. I mean, we have an amateur sleuth for sure, but it's not a clean mystery. There's much darker themes going on here. There's cussing, there's mention of, Kelly and her drinking, and now drugs, and a bunch of other stuff. I wouldn't classify this as a cozy mystery. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. The only thing that for me matches what a cozy is that we're dealing with an amateur sleuth. And yeah, maybe there should be a different genre for mysteries like this, where it's an amateur sleuth who deals with more grittier content or grittier mysteries. I definitely wouldn't consider this a cozy. That being said, I do read lots of mysteries that are like this, that are being investigated by police officer characters. So for me, the content in this book is not bothering me, but at the same time, I'm not really invested or interested in a lot of things that have been coming up in like tonight's chapters. Like, I feel like we took a long way around getting information. Still not impressed with Kelly as a person. The more we get to know Lindsay, the more, it's just pounded into our head that she was this unlikable person. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like things are being dragged out a little bit. And I kind of wish that things picked up a little bit more and that we were getting more. I guess I'm wishing that this didn't move as slowly as it's moving for me. Obviously, there was a big clue dropped at the very last page. And so I presume that, we're going to follow that clue in the next chapters, but I don't really find anything like remarkable or anything that's stood out to me where I've felt the need to come on and, talk to you about stuff in between my opening and my ending. So I've been doing these chapters chapter by chapters for long enough where I kind of know that if I am not finding interesting things to talk to you about while I'm recording the chapter by chapters, and I don't have more than my opening and my closing segments, that there's something lacking in the book for me. So yeah, we got a little bit of information that I think is pointing us in a direction, at least. Well, I guess we got information that pointed us into a different direction in these chapters, which has already been investigated. And now we're getting more information to point us into another direction, which we should be investigating tomorrow. So I'll look forward to that. And that's pretty much all I've got for this section. So let me know what you thought of these chapters. Let me know your thoughts about coming up with a new term for mysteries that are like this, where we're dealing with an amateur sleuth but grittier content. I will be back with you tomorrow for chapters 19 through 24, and that will do it for me this evening. So I hope you're having a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.